Hello everyone and welcome to Africa is Us. Okay, so the elections, the national elections for South Africa, it's almost here, it's looming in front of us, the date is coming. Remember, it's the 8th of May. I want to see my entire Africa for Us family voting that day. I hope you have already planned for it, but today I'm sharing my ultimate practical tips on voting day and how to make the decision as to who you want to vote for. Stay tuned here on Africa is Us. Okay, so it's election day. Who will you be voting for? Wait, your vote is your secret. You don't need to tell me. But I still want to share my practical tips with you in terms of how you would decide who you will be voting for on election day. So, tip number 1, educate yourself. Be sure to fully read and fully understand the election manifesto of the party that you are choosing to vote for. If you are choosing between one or two or one or three parties, whatever the case may be, make sure you read every party's election manifesto. Why do you need to do this? The election manifesto is what the party puts out there to educate their voters and to inform their voters as to the policies they will be pursuing should they be elected to be the governing party of the country. So this is essentially the key document that you would need to look at as a voter to make sure that the things that you would like to see happen in the next few years are in fact at the top of their agendas. Tip number 2, make sure to read the manifesto in detail. Okay, so this is a little bit of a homework assignment really. If you want to make sure you're voting for the right party, make sure that you do not only read and acquire the election manifesto, but that you take time to go through every single detail and make notes. After you've done that, go back to your notes and check to see if these correlate or correspond with what you would like to see happen in the next few years. Tip number 3, be sure to know that any or every election manifesto is not going to meet all of your needs. Why is this an important tip? Because you still need to vote. So it's not an excuse for you to say that there isn't a party whose election manifesto speaks to everything that you would like to see happening. The best is to select the party's election manifesto that speaks the most to what you would like to see this country achieve within the next few years and what you would like to see in terms of leadership. So don't be too heavily persuaded by an election manifesto that doesn't necessarily meet all of your demands, because it may be that there isn't an election manifesto that would speak to absolutely everything you would like to see. Tip number 4, be your own best attorney. What does that mean? Read the fine print. Don't just go through the election manifesto and read the headings of all of the wonderful things this party would like to achieve in the coming years. Make sure you page to that specific section and carefully read how they see themselves doing this. Why is this important? Because this will give you the idea as to how possible or how likely it is that they would actually practically achieve it within the next coming years. So it will satisfy you to then know that it's not just something they are advocating for or saying they will do. They have a real practical plan of how they want to do this. And be careful when you read this, and be careful with this tip, so that you make sure that you don't just read nice language, but that the actual description of what they want to do is really detailed and it gives you a real projection or forecast of how this will be done. Tip 5, you are the one making the choice. You are responsible for your vote, and therefore you are responsible for the number of votes this party receives during the elections. So, if you are giving your vote to a certain party, be absolutely sure that you are completely comfortable and completely okay with the scenario where they achieve some and maybe not all of what they posted in their election manifesto. Be completely comfortable with the fact that there will be certain failures and that you will be comfortable with these failures, and vote according to that. So those are my 6 quick tips for choosing the political party of your choice. Yes, it does involve some homework, time and effort on your account, but hey, we're talking about the future of the country here. So make sure that you do your part and make sure that you vote on the 8th of May and that you make an informed decision. If you are looking for the election manifestos of the parties, it's a super easy Google. If you can't find them, be sure to comment in the section below and I will provide them to you so that you are able to freely access it. For now, be sure to like, share, subscribe. Check out the Africa for Us Facebook page and follow it so you can see all of the latest events. I will also post all of these goodies on the Facebook page for you. Things like the election manifestos, things like job opportunities, etc. So be sure to spend some time looking at that page. For now, it's goodbye from me, and I will see you next time when we go through the election manifestos of each party in detail. Ciao for now.